You guys ready? You guys ready?
So
you guys
ready.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You know who's really, really great?
Who's great?
Sean Jordan.
Sean Jordan, you're great.
I like it. You guys are great too.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
From beautiful Wenatchee, Washington, the Hug Life podcast from a hotel room. This is our first podcast that's not been in the city of Seattle.
It's not been in the Hug Mansion.
That's true.
This is like the...
Whose place is Hug Mansion?
My place. Or it's
What's
Hug
that?
Central Station. Hug Central Station is wherever the board goes. So we're right now in Hug Central Station.
Because trains can move.
Because trains can move. Do you feel good, Sean?
I feel great. Yeah, we just went swimming.
We did go swimming.
Showed these bodies off to...
Showed those bell ends. showed the bell end off.
Yeah, the bell end. I looked right at Monica when I was about to say it. The bell end of my penis. I didn't mean to.
And it's just disappointment on my face. That's not...
There wasn't. You were smiling, actually. You liar.
You're going to ruin it. No.
Don't ruin the bell end. Okay, so we've done 2 shows now on the tour.
I'm Mike Coletta.
I'm Monica Nevi.
Yeah, okay.
This is the Hug Life podcast. Oh, yeah. Let's plug our shows. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Tonight,
Nope.
we're in Wenatchee.
Why would you tell them that
That's
this is
a good
going to
point.
come out on Wednesday?
Wednesday, the day this comes out, we're going to be in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yes.
At Crickets.
Yeah.
Cricket.
It's an oyster bar.
Bruce
right.
Willis and Demi Moore, or one of them lives in Coeur d'Alene.
Really?
Oh, well, we will find
Maybe
them.
they'll go.
Yeah,
If they
probably.
go, it'll be
It is an
fire in
oyster
there.
bar.
Would
So
you
I don't
rather
know
have
what else
Bruce or
they're
Demi
doing.
there?
I'd rather have
Me.
Bruce.
I heard Bruce is an asshole.
Really?
I heard
Yeah.
she's going crazy right now, though.
See
so
that?
We
I don't
might
know.
be fucked either way.
It'd be gnarly if you made Bruce Willis.
Hopefully. High
Dude, if
fives.
Bruce
No.
is an asshole, that'd be a big time bummer.
I would.
Did you think he was a nice guy?
I would think he would be a nice guy. Why would
I
he not be a
interrupted
nice
your
guy?
shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, who gives a shit?
Anyways,
I don't know about Bruce
Friday we'll be in Missoula, Montana at the Press Box.
Willis. Ooh.
Eat boxes.
Breaking that box, dude.
And then Sunday we will be in where are we going to be?
Spokane, Washington.
Spokane, Washington.
at Jordan Jones Radiator. I always say Jordan's. I'm thinking about Sean, but it's Jones Radiator.
Jones Radiator, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Mike's
Fun time.
actually always thinking about Sean. So
I am always thinking about Sean.
But if you
We
know
think
people
about
in
each
those
other quite a
areas,
bit.
tell them to come to
We
the
do.
show.
It's really nice. But yeah, so you should come to the shows. Well, okay, should we talk about the Rent and Kickoff show and how awesome that was?
Sure.
It's great. It was so good.
It's great. Next.
It was next fun.
You weren't there yet, Mike, but there was a lunatic out in front of
yeah.
the theater
I was
who was
not happy.
screaming. He called 2 girls the N-word.
What?
Yeah, and they didn't quite know what to do, and they kind of ran because he was nuts, so he started coming at him. And then who's the dude on his phone? This guy was on his phone outside smoking, just texting, and the guy came over and thought he was like calling the cops, like texting the cops. Like, put your phone away, and you could see spit flying out of his mouth. I'm like, this dude is bananas. And then, but he was a real little guy.
Real little guy?
He
Real
was
little dude.
real loud, though. And
little
I was
ankle
like,
biter.
awesome. Let's just start this off. And I was like, yeah, this is my hometown. Welcome.
It would have been
to my
so
home.
buck if he was there the whole time.
I honestly think that those 2 girls could have beat the shit out of him.
They could have. He was
So-
a real.
for sure.
Oh, yeah. And
ankle biter,
she was
dude, real
like,
low
I'm
guy.
going to walk away and call the cops. Like,
That's
You
a
don't
good
want
call.
to. You don't want to do that to like a crazy person though,
Yeah.
because you never know. And also, I feel
That's
bad because
true.
it's probably not his fault. But I had a girl pop a needle out one time. Like she was asking me for money, and I said no, and she just uncorked a needle, and so I ran like
Yeah.
a mile.
Like, come on.
It's terrifying.
She's
Like
not
you
coming.
should.
Other
Yeah.
than that, the show was awesome.
Other than that, yeah.
Dude, this show, we had a lot of people there. It was
yeah,
really fun.
it was very fun.
Adam Norwest did a great job hosting it and opening it up for us. And then Sean Sheem 6 killed. Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan killed. Showtime killed.
You guys
Showtime.
killed it. Yeah. If one of those were actually my nickname, I'd be super stoked.
Overdrive hit it real hard.
I like Showtime still, but we'll see.
I like Showtime too.
If people just start calling me Showtime, I'll be thrilled.
100% into
Showtime
it?
Jordan.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm going to refer you to when I'm talking to other people from Portland,
Oh,
and they'll
God.
be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Who?" And I'll be like, "You guys don't know that's his
That's
nickname.
his
What are you
nickname,
guys doing?"
Showtime?
We were at a party in Salt Lake City one time. There's a house party so a house party
Wait,
can be
what's
like your friends or a different friend's house or just a bunch of people in a house.
Okay.
That's what a house party is. And we were there, and I walked up to everybody. I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Sean." They call me the Rattlesnake, and all my friends, they'd come up and they'd be like, "Nobody calls him the fucking Rattlesnake."
Yeah.
I'm like, just let me tell these strangers
That's so
that I'm the
funny.
Rattlesnake.
I had a friend do that one time. They were like, "They call me Chaos," and I was like, "No one has ever called you that." Please stop.
They call me Chaos.
God, that'd be hang times. My friend calls himself Spider. Gave himself the nickname Spider. And he's a white bald dude, so he kind of looks like he could be nicknamed Spider in a bad way.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is there a good way to
That's
be
dicey.
nicknamed
That
Spider?
doesn't
I don't know.
feel right.
No, probably not.
I think you have to be. Well, maybe there's a basketball player that they used to call Spider because he would put his feet above the rim when he dunked. That's a
that's
pretty good
tight.
reason.
That's a good reason to
Good
do
thing
that.
I did
yeah.
a demonstration of that.
Should we talk about beautiful Twist, Washington?
Sure.
Because
That
it's
was
beautiful.
weird.
But it was It was weird, but that town of Twisp is beautiful.
It
Yeah.
was. I mean, it wasn't that weird.
It wasn't that
No,
bad.
it wasn't that.
yeah.
Even you guys weren't in there for my whole set, but
No.
it got awkward. It was fine. I just wish more people were there. And
I thought the
not
town was
everything
gonna be a
had
lot
just
weirder.
been on fire. That probably didn't help.
No,
but-
no. I mean, that cabin, though.
Oh
We stayed
yeah.
at a
cabin
cabin
was sick.
where you could see the stars. You could see the Milky Way.
You could.
I saw my first shooting star.
Yes.
Mike saw 2 shooting stars, tooting stars, if you will.
I saw
One of them was in the
Tooting
water.
We will.
shooting stars. One of them was in the water. It bubbled up out. No, but I was happy because I got to share your first shooting star experience. It was your first one.
You
We
guys were
shared
so
together.
excited when you came inside to tell me.
After you guys went to bed, like the couple little sleepy poos, I went back out and stared for like an hour at the stars, and the shit that was going through my head was just made me feel like a lunatic.
How did you and the water buffalo get along when you?
That was
were you
I woke up.
cuddling,
There's a
or-
big water. I want people to like understand. So when you go in this cabin, there's a huge, most of a water buffalo taxidermy.
It's like his neck up, but it's huge.
It's like right eye level.
Right,
like
and it's
ready to
right as you
firefight.
walk in the door. He puts those like as soon as you walk into any room. There's like a giant fucking taxidermied animal because he's like, "Are you sure you want to break in here? That sounds like a bad idea."
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's say you were finna break into that place and you saw that, I'd be like, nah.
No thanks.
Nah.
I
you
mean,
didn't.
someone killed that. So
I enjoyed
There's guns.
I enjoyed when we got there and we had a small debate over if that was a real zebra pelt.
I think it was.
It
I'm
really
pretty sure.
was.
It had to be
yeah.
real. It
I
had to
put
be
my-
real.
Yeah, I
You should
can
find
ask, but I put my foot on it at one point and I was like, oh yeah, no.
All right, you
that's
slept up there. Did you sleep with the door open?
Mm-hmm.
Weirdo. I can't
Why?
sleep with the door open.
I usually am not like that, but I was.
Dude, if
The
you
animals and how fucking dark it was, I was like,
Sure.
mm,
if
I'm
you
gonna
slept
need
with the
this.
door open, we totally should have figured out how to get that water buffalo head in the bed with her.
just have it.
Like I would've
It'd be
noticed
better
that.
if the door was closed, so she opened it up and just boom, water
It's
buffalo.
just right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have worked. Good luck.
Taxidermied
fucking
animals, though.
picking
That was
thing up.
that was something I was not expecting on this trip immediately. And the grocery store had a lion and a warthog taxidermied into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They got his house has a ton of stuff in it. There's a
Yeah.
grizzly bear and like mountain goats everywhere. There's a baboon.
I feel like we're 2 brothers and a sister when we woke up today because we were just like all eating and doing family stuff.
Family,
That's
yeah,
not
a little
comedy
family
road stuff that we did.
breakfast. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've never done that on the road. Got up and made omelets and cinnamon rolls and stuff, and then just chilled. It
Just
sucks.
lay
At a
out.
cabin by a river.
Yeah, you have shitty
that's
hotel
pretty
coffee
cool.
and like a bagel that you
And
don't
then
want,
you
and then you
leave.
just go to the next city.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we had a magical moment.
Yeah,
It was
we had a
beautiful.
bunch.
We had a pizza party last night.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Forgot about that. I ate that last piece when you guys drifted off to sleep too.
We're like,
in
if
case
we-
anyone thought I
If
wasn't
we
going
lived
to.
together, we could have pizza parties every Friday.
Dude, I think pizza parties. Oh my gosh, I love pizza.
I don't think
parties.
adults appreciate how dope it is to be an adult. Think about that. When you're a kid, all you want to do is like eat pizza and have sleepovers and shit. Now that we're grown ups, we can do that all the time.
And nobody
grown ups
wants
are
to.
still bummed about stuff.
And I can
Right.
drink as much Mountain Dew as I want. No cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
No cutoff.
No
No one's gonna
cutoff.
cut you
Shut
off. You
up,
can have as many of the
Mom.
gray ladies or whatever
Don't
you
ever
call
just
them.
talk
Oh,
to her like
Diet
that.
Coke, Grey Ladies?
Yeah, the Grey Ladies.
They're delicious.
What's a Coke then? A regular Coke?
Oh, I don't know.
Red Lady?
The Red Lady, I
Lady,
guess.
Lady
In red.
Sure.
That's one of those songs. When
It's
you
a
guys,
beautiful song.
when you
Listen to
guys
the words.
were kids, I
So
watched a lot of
perverted
TV
sounding.
as a kid. Okay, so whenever certain songs cue on, I think of the mix CD, the commercial for the mix CD that they were on. Like you know how
the
they have,
now.
like, yeah,
The
and
Now
Lady in
CD.
Red.
Now that's what I call music, volume 8.
Yeah,
They're on like 64 at this point.
and Lady in Red was on some sort of throwback thing, so I think of Lady in Red,
Oh.
and then I just go balls deep into another song immediately after because it like switches into it. Like I memorized the commercial and not how the song actually went.
Just you only know that little
Yeah,
part.
Lady in Red. And then the next song on the CD was like, Think of Laura. Like really loud.
What CD is this?
Funny they still try to sell those like on infomercials.
Yeah.
Get the best collaboration. Like, well, how about I just go to iTunes and
Make
get
my own
$1
collaboration.
a song collaboration, and I buy that, or I steal it. How about I steal it?
And I don't
If I
have
really,
to skip the shitty songs you guys picked.
Oh, look at this. I made a YouTube playlist in 5 minutes, and now I can just listen to this on my
Yeah.
computer.
those bum me out because the commercials. I try to do it in the shower, and then I have, if I want to listen to like 4 songs, but then there's one of them's a commercial that ends up being a fucking movie preview, and I just hate it because you're in the shower.
Are you a big shower music guy? Do you like to have music all
When
the
no
time?
one else is home, I do.
You do.
If my roommates are home, I feel like a weirdo because I listen to, Taylor Swift comes up or something. I'm just in the shower.
You're
Could be
like,
J-O.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Jack.
because it's gonna be bad.
Oh, Tay-Tay's on. I got a J-O. Tony, get out of here.
Why is Tony in the shower?
I said, Tony, get out of here. Why are you wearing swim trunks? Don't we do this naked? No, I
Don't make this
will.
weird. Why are you wearing
We're
some
saving
trunks?
water. We'll do it at the same time.
I never used to, but my roommate, when I first moved to Portland, he would shower with music on all the time. He would also.
He said he was going to shower with me.
Yeah, I thought that's where he was going to go to. He would shower with me all the time. It's no big deal.
This
It's
used
friends.
to bug me. Tell me if
Friends
this
do.
bothers you. He would shower with his girlfriend when I was home, and they'd take like 45 minutes in there.
That's
It's okay to
weird.
shower with your girlfriend if I'm not there, but if I'm there, I know you're boning in there, and it's gross. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
And
They
then
go to
you-
Do it when I'm not
Zone,
home,
totally.
or do it separately.
Is
When
there
I'm
only
home.
one bathroom?
Yeah, but I mean, taking a shower together sucks, anyways.
It does.
So
Right,
the
yeah.
only
It's
reason
not
to
a fun
do it
thing
is
to
to, go bone.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, I think it's even more rude that there's
Oh
only
yeah,
one
I
bathroom.
couldn't like go
'cause-
to a different one.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, there
just
was-
give a little knock. Oh,
there's
just keep doing what you're doing. I'm
definitely-
gonna
Hey, you guys gonna come out of there pretty soon? I
I just
gotta
have to take
brush
a
my
shit.
teeth.
I had to. One time, I had to take an emergency Doogan at like 7 in the morning. It had to happen.
An emergency Doogan?
It had to happen.
By the way, you guys, Sean has the best vocabulary ever.
We never used. Thank you. We never used to lock the door. Adam and I didn't, in case something of that nature happened. Tori's punk ass locked the door all the time, so I went down, tried to had to get in there, couldn't do it. Got a plastic bag out of the kitchen and went under the porch.
I'm so excited about
Under the
this.
porch, did it in there.
Under the porch?
So we had there was 2 levels, and so I went under the steps to get to the second level, pooed in the bag, and then tied it off, and then went and chucked it in a dumpster across the street. It was so gnarly. It's so funny when you see poop not in water. Like when you just poop and it's not. When you look at poop that hasn't hit water and you're like, it looks so weird.
Dude, podcast nemesis Aaron Kirby, because he's on the Offspeed podcast and they're our nemesis,
Yeah, we got it.
sent me a video and he was just like, hey man, check this out. It was just a guy paying another guy like $300 and you're like,
God.
what's going to happen?
Oh, no.
And he just lays on the ground and this other dude just shits on his chest. Just like, and seeing it not in the water is the grossest part about the
I
whole
think
thing.
that was the grossest part, is that it wasn't in water.
And it was on his chest.
I think, yeah, that would be the grosser
Well, the best part
I
about
would
it is
think.
the guy's like, he's shirtless and he puts a t-shirt over his eyes and he's like, go for it, dude.
What's your floor for a dude to poop on you?
Yeah.
What's my number?
What's your floor?
Shit.
You catch me at the right time, I'd do it for like $5,000.
You think so?
What's the right time?
I'd probably
You're
do
drunk?
it right. If somebody poops on you, I'm broke. If someone's are they pooping on my clothes? Is that what's happening?
No, so he pooped on that guy's bare chest. Just bare chest. He wasn't naked. He was
And
shirtless.
then what? The guy could just do
I
it.
hope
the
someone
guy could
just
just
skipped to
shower it
that
off
part
if he
and all
wanted
they
to.
heard was, no, he pooped on that guy's bare
Yeah,
chest.
I'd probably do it for $5,000.
$500?
$50.
Do you
5
know?
racks. 5 racks, Playboy, not 5
Dude, I
notes.
think
Get it
I
right.
wouldn't be
$5.
$5,000. It would be way more than $5,000 for me. Are you kidding?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess it's just on your chest. Like,
I guess, yeah.
we had worse scenarios earlier.
Probably.
$25,000. Go
That
ahead,
bed you're
$25,000.
laying on's probably had people poop on it. And you're just laying on it for free.
Yeah, that's true. For free. You didn't even pay anybody. to
Monica,
do
what's your number?
it. To have a dude shit on my
Yeah,
chest?
or a
Oh,
lady.
yeah, I didn't think. You could have a girl, because
You
since
can
we're
have a
having
girl
dudes, you
shit,
could have
yeah.
a girl do it.
Okay.
Or is that more gross?
I don't know.
Girls don't poop, right?
Right. So I'll pick
What, you want a
girl.
bunch of flower petals to come out on your chest? That's what happened with a girl.
I will pay her $5,000 to poop
That's what comes
flower
out of a
petals
girl's
on.
turd cutter.
No, I don't know.
Wolf's cookie.
Another good one's turd cutter.
5,000 might
Turd
be.
cutter's
I
great.
think anything less than that would.
5,000?
5 Gs?
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I'm a high cost for a poop chest.
Yeah, you're one of
Your
those
poop
escorts.
chest?
Yeah,
that
my
I
poop
can't
chest. My
afford.
poop chest escort's high.
Does your hair? The hair on your chest like
That would suck so bad.
get a?
But I'm thinking like you can just hop right into a chow. Go to the rain locker real quick, get it all off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then
You're
the
not
poop
gonna-
clogs the drain.
I mean,
And you
we're
stomp it
getting
down
like
like
hella
wine grapes?
graphic. I've accidentally pooped in the shower before, and it does. It's like a couple times, but it washes out real quick. Is my point.
A
Boy.
couple times.
A
This
couple.
is-
Yeah.
How do you accidentally poop in the shower? You just don't know what you're going to fart, and
Not
you're like,
feeling
oh
good?
no.
Well, I've been peeing one time, and I thought I had to toot, and then I ended up a little poop came out.
We've been on tour for 2 days, and I already had to shit in the woods at one point. So
There was a lot of code going on.
It
too.
was. It was
Hey,
like,
pull over.
Hey, can we
yeah, you're gonna have to stop
soon?
right now. And then you just like, I don't know where gas station. Oh, we could stop. Oh, we missed it. I was like, fuck.
Everybody
I
knew
wanted
that
us
was
to
the
be-
Yeah.
bus.
I wanted us to be safe. I didn't want to pull over in a scary section of the road.
I also didn't want to shit in your car, so
That happened to me on the
it
bus.
figured out though.
I
You
was
shit
telling
on the
Mike,
bus.
Yeah, I pooped my pants on the bus like a year ago. I was sitting next to a complete stranger, and I was like tense because I knew it was
Making
going
me
to
feel
happen.
so much better
and I was
about
like
this. I
white
appreciate
knuckle on the seat in front of me, and I was audibly, so she could hear me. I was like, no, like that. And then I looked at her. I was like, get up, get the fuck up, like that. And she thought I was a lunatic. And I go back to the bus, and I'm holding onto the pole, and then I could not stop, and I'm like, fuck, like that. And I pooped for a little bit, and then it stopped, and then I got to work, and I like waddled into work. had to take off my boxers and throw them away, and then I sit down, and this girl that worked next to me, she goes, "It smells like poop." And I'm like, shit. That's gonna smell like.
I don't know who it was. Maybe I stepped in dog poop. I don't know.
Bummer.
Yeah, that's when you blame it on a dog. 100% of the time.
That doesn't.
Sean, we don't have a dog.
Hey, speaking
Yeah.
of that, you guys,
We've
if
been
you
driving for.
speaking of pooping your pants, you can rate and review and subscribe to this podcast on iTunes.
And you'll make Mike shit his pants.
You make me
That's how
shit my pants
excited
with
he
glee.
gets.
And also, we're on Stitcher and we're on Racketeer Radio every Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
We had to say those things. I'm sorry.
Odd place to throw
We
that in.
yeah
Yeah.
like to forget. And
We have to forget
It's all
and
right.
do it later. Dude, what's your Twitter, Sean?
Shitting your pants.
Sean S. Jordan.
At Sean S. Jordan, at
Mhm.
Monica Nevi, at me Coletta. Okay, those plugs are done. Yeah, back to shitting.
We don't have to talk about that anymore. The
Dude,
show
I-
tonight's sold out. That's a good fun
Dude,
feeling.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess we should
very
film, and we are in
exciting.
Wenatchee right now. Beautiful Wenatchee, Washington. As I
It
said
really
earlier.
is a pretty beautiful
It actually,
place.
yeah, all this,
It's
all
been
this
very
side of
nice
the-
so far. Yeah.
It's really
State.
green for the fact that most of the state's on fire.
Right. I wonder how
There's
they
an
do
In-N-Out
that.
pool. We saw Rad Dad in the hot tub with his shirt on. Fucking.
Oh,
Did it cool
yeah.
down?
Dude,
It irks me so hard. I like take it
I've
off.
never
like,
worn a shirt in the pool, I think. Never
Never either.
have.
I have on accident. I take
Oh,
it
I guess,
off real
yeah,
quick.
I guess I have,
Oh,
like,
got my
yeah,
shirt
like
on.
just walked in as a joke or whatever, but yeah. Never intentionally swam with a shirt on.
We
I
had
have.
trying to get into the fucking trying to get from the indoor to the outdoor part of the pool. We went to like 3 different doors, and I got denied in front of 10 people at each door, and then they had to point at a door that I already tried. I just didn't try it hard enough. Shit's embarrassing.
And you're like, is this
You
locked
didn't
or
just
nope? I'm
swim?
weak?
Can you
Okay.
just swim from
You
the
could, but I had my
to
phone. I wanted. There was no table space in there. and I
yeah.
didn't want. There was a bunch of little kids running around. I didn't want them to little kid out and splash.
the-
Yeah, so the outside
Splash
was...
my white
Little
iPhone.
kid,
Yeah, the outside had like open, and then the inside was all little kids. So we just went to the outside and
Got
hung
it.
out and laid down.
Thank you.
And
Two
you
hot
guys
tubs.
know what a house party is?
strips
of
Let
it.
me fill you in on what a house
What a
party is
house
real
party?
quick.
What if that house has a hot tub? Then what do you call it?
A house
Fucking
hot,
awesome.
a hot house party,
Fucking best house party ever.
hot house tub party,
Call it. Somebody
House tub?
dies.
house tub,
House tub.
old house tub party.
That well,
Hot
just
house.
to so Mike explained to us in detail what a house party was. Earlier.
He said
why
we
I
were at a
brought
house
that up.
party, and then he was like, he just kept talking. I don't even know what the story was about
We
because I
talked
got so
about-
distracted
we
about the
talked
fact
about
that you
how-
explained to us what a house
How
party
I
was.
liked house parties, and then I
And
explained.
then you explained what a house party was.
But I meant to say what I was trying to say is a house party with only your friends, not like a stranger house party. But it didn't come out that way. It
But
just
he's
came out with
you know,
me
a house
explaining
party,
a
like,
house party.
at your house
You know,
with your
like-
friends, or at at somebody else's house. Where is this going?
Yeah, there's
What
so
was the
mean.
first house
I was
party that you
being
remember
mean,
going
I'm
to?
sorry.
I went to a house party at my friend Sam's house when his parents were gone, and I was like 16, and we just started. I
get
had
drunk?
some Admiral Nelson that night. Yeah,
How
Yeah,
old
dude.
were
Why
you?
can't it ever be
16?
anything
Is
dope?
It
Like,
can't. It's always the Admiral.
Admiral.
Yeah.
Admiral Nelson's like
That
what I
was
drink now because
something,
I'm broke and I know my body,
yeah.
and I'm like I know how much I can handle. When you're 16, you're like,
No, I drank Admiral Nelson, and
Bottom
then
shelf.
the next party was
Plastic.
where we would do the Franzi space traveling
the front, the wine stuff.
with
What do
wine,
you do?
where you blow up the wine bag and then it becomes like a bong that shoots the wine out. And
That
then-
sounds
Yeah.
terrible. Like really not fun.
really super fun, really cool guy stuff.
Really
big,
cool.
big time
Was
DJ.
there
cool guy
only
stuff.
dudes there?
No, there's girls there.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
but
about
they got
you,
to watch
Mama?
my friends throw out purple.
This is
First,
so
like
gross.
real house party I went to where people were drinking, or
Yeah,
Just-
I guess that's what I would qualify it as.
probably my freshman year in high school. Went to a couple like
Were you 14?
older kid, older kid parties. Well, my best friend,
Wow.
her Her older
judgment
siblings
station.
were like way older. Like she's very obviously an accident. Like it was, and so their parents
I
just
imagine
kind of
all
didn't
three of us are
care.
accidents.
Yeah.
So I think it was one of like her sister's parties technically. And we were
Rad.
at it.
Oh, those are fun hanging out with older people.
Yeah, and they loved us. And there's a pool there. It was great.
Oh, pool parties.
And then we continued to have parties there for until like I just left the city right now.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I dig it. Yeah,
Somebody
that's pretty
did shit their pants at their house one time,
Did that
and
you?
her mom will never let it go.
That was you?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh.
But she'd be like,
It wasn't me.
remember that time that kid was
wasn't me.
just sitting there, right there on the couch, and he just shit his pants? You guys remember that? And we're like, yeah, you tell us that every time we're here. It wasn't one of our friends. It was one of her brother's friends.
Thought I
but-
shit my pants in the shower. Wasn't me.
I poop farted at a house party one time.
Poop farted.
And it was this girl, Katie, I had a crush on. She worked at Bagel Shop. And she was having a house party
Bagel Boy.
so it was a bunch of her friends at a house, and we had a party there, and so we call it a house party. And we were all there, and I went.
So much,
I'm in the bathroom, and I
We
checked
call
out
it
the
a house
situation, and I was like, "Damn it!" So my boxers were messy, and I couldn't. There was a little enough amount of people there that had I taken them off and somebody found them in the garbage, they would have deduced whose they were real quick. They'd be like, "Hey, there's boxers in there. Whose are they?" And 8 people would be like, "Not me," and then they'd all be like, "Well, they prove it." So
Yeah.
I kept them on. Was the point? It was gross. And then Katie and I ended up making out for like 3 hours.
With
that
shitty
nice. The
boxers
poop
and
on?
I had to be like, I'm just gonna go home now. It's 5, and she's like, really? I go, yeah. I'm just gonna, because I couldn't go any farther than making out. 'Cause I
Right.
had poo.
we got
underwear
it
the
at a
whole
house
time.
party.
And my friend Brian was stoned out of his gourd playing the piano the whole time, just right around the corner from us. It was kind of cool. We had a soundtrack to
making out
That was
with your
fun.
poopy boxers.
Yeah. Those are the 2 times I've pooped twice I've pooped twice in my life. 33 years. I've pooped twice. So
That's
Dude,
probably
I've
why you
done-
couldn't
I've
control
done-
it when it
I've
happened.
done some pretty
no,
embarrassing
those are 2
things
times
at
I
house
pooped my
parties,
pants.
too.
That was it.
Well, you know how we were talking about crossfaded last night because I was afraid to drink and mix, and
Drinking mix.
Drinking
We're
mix.
doing a bunch of drugs.
You didn't mix, right?
No, I
I'm
did.
gonna say-
I
Yeah, you
did.
did.
I did. But I did. I
It's
told
weed,
I told
it's
you
not
guys I was
anything.
worried about it.
Don't drink and do heroin at the same
Terrifying.
time.
Yeah, I told you guys how I was scared. The reason I was scared to do it is because when it was New Year's, when you come back from college that first year, and you're like, oh, we're all cool now because we're in college and we're back now.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happens when you do that.
Like,
You
let's
guys-
shoot Franzi at
You
each
guys know
other.
that? And I drank a shit ton of whiskey, and then this girl I really liked was like, "Do you want to hit this bong?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I'm going to
Dude, I
impress
told
her."
you bongs are wild.
And I did it, the biggest, like, coolest looking bong rip ever. And I'm like, I feel really good about myself. And then 2 seconds later, I was just spinning and throwing up, like, just all over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It was so bad.
It's bongs for some reason, or I think that's the only thing that does it to me.
Bongs?
Yes, I don't know why that is so much different than just any other type
Because
of
there's
weed.
a
but-
shitload of it. Like a gravity bong. You ever done a gravity bong?
Oh yeah, I've done a gravity
it's the
bong.
worst.
That's why I suck at weed now.
threw up
So
that time
much.
as well, but
So much.
I've never like been drunk and then just smoked weed, like a joint or anything, and felt sick. Like totally been fine every time.
Wow.
But
Dude.
bong rip, a couple weeks ago, I actually threw up more than I've ever thrown. Like my throat was bleeding. It was not
Oh,
good, and that's what
jeez.
it was. Like it wasn't.
Bleeding
Look at me. That's
throats.
hilarious. Damn, that's funny.
It is funny.
Ah, you got hurt.
I've been
You
thrown
shit
up
your
in a long time.
pants.
You shit your pants. I heard you poop your pants.
That's the worst feeling in the world.
Shitting your pants or
when
throwing up?
When it happens, throwing up, whatever. I mean, yeah. When there's poop, when you're grown up and there's poop in your pants because you couldn't get them off in time or find a place to do. You're like,
Right.
come on.
Like this is the
That's a
worst.
real
And you're like still sweating, like you're
Uh-huh.
gonna die.
defining
That's
moment
the worst fucking feeling.
Dude.
Yep.
I just, I think now I'm thinking about all the embarrassing party stories I did. Like when I ate a pound of grocery store chicken strips and then started drinking, and then like was trying to impress this girl, and I'm like talking to her, and then I immediately felt sick, and I ran away from her and did like a baseball slide while throwing up into the toilet. Like it was the most athletic thing I've ever done while drinking. I was like,
pound of
While
grocery store
drinking?
chicken
just a
strips.
grocery store chicken, just
Holy
like
shit.
out of me with like mixed with Admiral Nelson. It was all about the Admiral Nelson. It was
Maybe
so bad.
that's the common denominator.
Yeah.
It's, That's hilarious. I like how you were like, I just ran away from her. It's way better that you ran away from her than just like
oh,
threw
yeah, we're
up
talking to
on
Snow
her.
God. And then what's the best part about it
throw up on
is
your
I was
face.
so paranoid that I actually, my friend was like, you want to take a shower? I'm like, yes, I do. And I took a shower in the middle of this house
Was
party.
he in there with you?
No, I was alone, unfortunately. And then but I was like, oh, I feel so good now. I feel all cleaned up and great, even though my shirt just clearly still had puke on it. It was just like, that's what you do, though. You feel sick, you just run away.
The love of my life in
Yeah.
high school. The love of my life in high school. The girl that I thought that I was going to marry.
My high school life.
We broke up, and like 4 days later, my friend Cody comes up and he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to say her name. It's not going to matter." But he's like, "Yeah, you whatever, Steven, we'll call her." I was going to say we'll call her Steven.
Call her Steve.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend Larry.
Michelle, let's say. He's like, he goes, "Yeah, Michelle was in the shower with I keep wanting to say basically my girlfriend took a shower with another girl and a guy, and like the guy was sitting there finger banging both these girls, and like just left the door open. People were walking in and out.
Of course he did.
Like
He's
a
like,
fucking
"Wow,
museum."
watch this.
And I'm just like, that fucking happened at a house party, and you're telling me about that's my. We were dating for like 3 years, and we had just broken up 4 days ago. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, I didn't think you'd care. You guys broke up."
I didn't think you'd
really.
care.
4 days ago we broke up.
Yeah,
You didn't think I'd
emotions
care?
work, sir.
It wrecked me for like a year.
At the thing,
Yeah,
Such a
it's
bummer.
you
terrible.
just tell me about the shower finger bang
She
museum.
never-
Like, I don't even care.
Finger bang museum. She never let you like shower with her and another girl and finger bang both of them? No?
No.
Okay.
No, only cool. Yeah, I've never had a threesome. That
I haven't
talk about
either.
that.
I haven't either.
Talk about that.
When Monica gets out of here and Aaron Kirby gets here, we're going to have one.
Yeah, you guys
We'll have
go
a fucking
ahead.
devil's three-way, dude.
Devil's three-way.
What were we saying? We'll make like a hazmat sign.
Skiing.
Oh yeah, I'll ski pole you guys. I'll hit the old black diamond.
Dude, it's a black. We can hit the black diamond in autumn. We don't even care. Can I do a good news story with you guys real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean? We're just talking about good news.
So usually I just tell you about good news I find on the internet, and this one was actually given to us by Aaron Kirby.
Podcast.
It's a positive podcast.
Positive spin on shitting your pants.
Shitting your pants
so
in the
far,
shower.
it's
Not
It's
even.
a funny story.
You can't shit your pants in the shower. Why are you wearing pants in the shower?
I always wear pants
Shitting
in the shower.
and shitting your pants were two separate topics we talked about today.
Way separate.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Born on.
All right. This moving company helps women leave abusive homes at no cost. That's the name of it. How does that make you feel? Feel pretty
That's
good?
good.
Yeah, so it's it's called
Wanna
Meathead
know
Movers,
more?
and they
Meathead?
opened. Yeah, and they started in 1997, and it was run by high school kids. And then now they do it like full time. It's their business and whatever. But they used to get calls from like women saying like, I mean, I have no money really, but I need someone to move me out of my house while my abusive spouse is gone. And they used to always just do it for free. And now it's like still a tradition. And they do that, and now they're partnered with like a women's shelter and like all sorts of stuff. And other businesses are jumping in it, so you can
I
get
was
like
gonna say,
free
how
oil
did they-
changes.
Oh.
So like just things to help them ease off like the debt of moving out of like their shitty situation. And it said like in 2000, a situation turned volatile when the abuser came home in the middle of the move.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Shit,
say what
what?
happens then, because I
Yeah.
bet that
Yeah.
happens.
And
Are
then
they really meatheads, or are they just giant dudes? That
Yeah,
he
and so
could be
now
with?
that's when they partnered with the women's shelter, and now they have someone there always ready to call the cops, like if that happens. But it didn't elaborate on the situation. But I thought it was cool. It's a cool thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, so we lost one, and so now someone's there to call the cops.
Yeah, but that's a cool thing, though, right?
That
Great
is.
thing.
I would be in constant fear of that like the dude's gonna show up.
Yeah.
Already, you know, the dude sucks. And
Right, yeah.
is
You're not
real
afraid to
trashy
hit
and shitty.
anybody, apparently.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
Ugh.
That is something I could really.
Yeah.
I can't ever get mad enough to get in a fight, but that's something that could get me mad
yeah,
enough to get
that's
in a fight.
something I can get involved in.
Yeah. What are they,
Fists.
That's
Where are
something I
they
could
out
get
of?
involved with.
What?
where are they out of?
It didn't say. It said like Los Angeles and then
Spell?
other cities though too.
No.
So
Is
it
there a
wasn't
wiki
really.
page on it?
Meathead movie?
No, I can look it up right now. I mean, I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, I can do
Meathead Movers.
You got the
Booyah.
ability, dog.
Meathead movie.
Oh, it's California. It's all over California.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So probably there's a lot of people there, so.
Yeah. So, and they said
Probably there's a lot
move
of
to
people.
end domestic violence pledge. It's right on their website. It's really cool. I like it when businesses get like onto a charity and it really like becomes a part of their business. That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good.
Good news story.
Yep.
Is that nice for you guys? Because we got to jump into the serious taco. This is podcast, the real discussion, the OG thing. You ready
What?
for it?
Yeah.
Every
Anything?
episode, we put a positive spin on something,
Uh huh.
and because you, Mr. South Dakota, 2009, Is that did you win that in
I
2009?
won it in like 2006.
2006.
Oh.
Funniest person in Sioux Falls. 2006.
Ooh.
Got a
Oh.
hotel room at the Hampton Inn and $30 gift card to Chili's. I took that
Sounds
hotel.
about perfect.
Okay. So I used that hotel room. I was 23, 24 maybe. And when I used the hotel room, there were these girls from fucking Milford, Iowa that saw us at a skate park. And they came to hang out. They were like 21 or something. So we basically just went and got the hotel room to get drunk. And then I left. I was like, all right, we're checking out. And then we went to my friend's house party. A bunch of us got together and went to my friend's house and just called it a house party because there's a bunch of friends over there.
Just
And,
your friends. You
yeah,
were
we
just
I
hanging
hate you
out.
both. I hate you both so much.
One of the girls' dads had a heart attack during the house party. Ended up being fine, but they're like freaking out and they're like, we got to go back to Milford. And my friend, he goes to one of the girls. He's like, well, you don't have to go back, right? And I'm like, get away from her! Her friend just had a heart attack. Let her fucking go. I blew my mind. I could not believe that he even attempted.
You could say, right?
he just lobbed it out there. I'm
How
like, no.
far is Milford from where?
Like 2 hours
you
or
were?
something.
Holy
He was gonna,
shit!
he's like, I'll drive you the next day, but I'm like, that doesn't.
He
no,
really
man.
wanted
He
it.
did.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Come on,
that
go ahead.
was
So-
Positive spin
What were
on
we
that.
talking
She
about?
got out of it.
Oh, South Dakota.
So no, this is the thing. Is we do a positive spin on small towns.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually like small towns.
Small towns are dope.
People always complain about there's nothing here. So we got to do some positive things about small towns, like what you like about small towns the most.
I like going to small towns. Absolutely, like visiting. Everybody always seems nicer.
There's always a lot of
Amazing.
character. There's always one or two things that they're really, really pumped about in a small town.
Yeah.
And it's fun to get to know about. And people are nice. There's a good, close sense of, you get like a family vibe a lot of places.
Like take Twisps, for example.
Twisp was the dude asking you if you were an herbalist. when you
an
walked in.
herbalist, right? When you
Yeah.
walk in the door, he's like, you like it? You like to party with the MJ?
He also liked to talk.
He did like
Loud.
to talk
Yeah,
loudly during the show.
But then also really enjoyed other parts of the show,
He
which was
did.
the most annoying part of that. I
And
was like,
the gal with him, Metal Mom, that girl was really digging
Dude.
it. Like,
Metal
one of those was like, I feel like the control of the volume of their voices like had gone. It was either she was screaming
It
or
was
not
whack.
talking at all. That was it. There was no like, don't tell her any secrets. It's not gonna. She was just yelling all the
Mhm.
time. Felt like
small town. Sioux Falls, the small town that I'm from. It's not crazy small, 200,000 people. What do I like? I like the waterfalls. I like a quaint downtown. It's not crazy. It's just quaint. Some shops, you know?
quaint
And
is a good word.
I like that there's not a ton of stuff to do. So when I go back for the holidays, everyone who goes back for the holidays, I know what they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing the same thing I do at night. We're going to go to Tommy Jack's. That's all you
Tommy Jack's.
You go to Tommy Jack's.
I'm gonna be going to Tommy
you-
Jack's
yeah, you
now.
just
That
get
sounds
buck.
amazing.
You do the bike trails. There's like a 20-mile bike trail that goes around the city. I do that
20
every day. I go back.
miles. Every day?
Every day when I'm back, yeah. It's not hard. It's easy.
Is it flat?
It's fun.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Some of
better.
it's against the... Oh, that's another thing. There's a part that goes by the airport, and you can just sit there and watch planes take off. Sounds real hokey, but
It's really cool.
It's a small town
Wayne's
thing.
World. I've always wanted to
when
do
you were,
that.
When you were younger, would you bike out there and just be like, one day I'm going to fly out of
Yeah.
this place?
Yep.
Is that what
and
you
then,
do?
And then all the Russians parachuted in, and I couldn't do it. No, I never wanted to be a pilot.
Wolverines. No, you never wanted to be a pilot?
I wanted to be a taekwondo teacher.
That's what
When I
you
was a
wanted
kid.
when you
there
dreamed?
in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I wanted to open up a gym in Sioux Falls,
Okay.
and until I started skateboarding, that was like all I wanted to do.
And then you were like,
Then I was like, I'm going to be a professional skateboarder.
Okay.
I broke my leg 7 times. I'm like, I'm going to be a comic.
Was it the same
I'm gonna
leg
be a
every
good-
time?
4 on one, 3 on the other.
you got one more then.
Yeah, tight. Can't wait.
You got to even that out.
I mean, they look good for being broken that many times.
Thanks.
Your legs are real sexy is what I'm trying to tell you.
Getaway sticks, dude.
Getaway sticks?
They still work.
It's the best term for
Have you?
legs.
Has it? Like what parts of your legs?
I lose track. I broke my tibia here one time. Hey, everybody listening, I broke my tibia here one time.
His
Broke it
ankle?
on the bottom. I always break the base of my leg or the top of my foot. I've never broken my ankle, just my foot and leg. And one time I could move it. That was because it didn't hurt. I could feel where it was this one. I had surgery, and I could feel it. We were skating like an hour north of Sioux Falls, and I'm like, hey, I broke it. And I'm moving the bone around. I was like, shit, this should hurt. You know? And it doesn't hurt, and that really, really freaks me out
That
if something
scared
doesn't
you?
hurt.
Yeah.
Because you're like, why doesn't it hurt? What's
Yeah,
happening?
everyone's
Do I
gotta
not
cut
feel
it off.
anything? Am I not
Yeah.
gonna fucking move it? Yeah, but then they just put a plate and some screws in there. It's good.
So you're more
That's
machine
good.
now than man?
When I had knee surgery, they can either take part of your hamstring, a cadaver tendon or a plastic tendon. And I'm just like, who the fuck would get a cadaver tendon?
I have teammates who've had cadaver tendons.
That's how horror movies start.
Well, what, now you're like possessed by whatever
Yeah,
that
I just
person
kick
was.
people in the head to death with my with my cadaver knee tendon.
With my zombie knee.
It's terrifying. I don't want a
That's
dead body in
hilarious.
me.
No, actually, what teammate of mine did that, and her body basically like rejected it, like thought it was something bad, so her white blood cells ate it. So she has no ACL in that leg because they were like, well, we're not going to do that again. I
That
think she already
sounds
had one.
fucking
Well, your
terrifying.
hamstring-
I took it out of my hamstring.
Yeah, it's smarter, but it does make it like tighter and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
I mean,
they're
if-
still trying to play. So
It never bothered me skating. It still hasn't. I don't know which
That's
one.
good.
Yeah.
you don't for having that many breaks and stuff. It's there's like scars all over your
You have
legs and
very
everything.
nice, smooth legs, Sean.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
I was
You're
I was
welcome.
feeling sketchy about my legs until now.
You're
and I
great.
feel,
No,
Your
your
legs
legs
are
are great.
great.
You look great. Your getaway sticks, they're
Yeah.
so great.
I just feel like a pervert sitting here in mesh shorts talking
Your
about my
shorts,
legs.
talking about your legs.
Wet mesh shorts, by the way.
Ooh, wet mesh
Oh,
shorts.
now they are.
Wet mesh shorts sounds like a band from the early 90s.
Yeah, it does.
That's a good
The wet mesh
wet
shorts.
mesh shorts. Like I can see your dick.
I can see your bell end.
I'm looking at the bell end, player. I just want some dad to come up to me like, get the bell end of your penis out of here. My kids are in this pool.
You're like,
I-
where am I supposed to put it?
I'm sorry, Dad. I can't cut it off. I don't have a sawzall. You know what I mean?
Can't cut it off.
No, I always wonder when I get out, I like pull my waistband out because you can very detailed, like see a very detailed outline of everything that's going on. And so I pull my shorts out because if you don't, it's
Wrench is
it
stuck
could
right
be
there.
freaky.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like
You can
seeing that
just-
if I was a
you
little
can
kid.
see the D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they start to whisper to each other. Like, look at that guy's dick.
Well, that's what I was talking about last night.
I mean, that's what girls do too.
I don't want it to be like one of their first things they remember, like when they're 20. They're like, I remember I saw this weird pervert's dick at the pool one time.
memories.
Yeah, I think of it like when you see. I remember one time we were rolling. My friend was rolling a joint in front of like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old or something, and I'm
God.
like, it's not bad. Weed's not bad. It's no different than having a beer in front of a kid, but it has a way more negative stigma, especially
Right,
when this
it's
was
a
happening. So I'm
drug and stuff.
like, is this little kid gonna remember this? And when she's making choices later in life, you know, like when that dude's trying to talk her into boning when she's 16, and she'll be like, yeah, I mean, I've been around weed since I was born, you know, like, oh yeah, sure, let's have sex.
Oh, sure. Let's
I don't-
do that
yeah.
one. Or maybe later somebody would be like, oh, hey, do you want some of this joint? And she'd be like, no, those fucking losers in
Yeah.
the park were doing that. I'm not doing that.
I saw those guys skateboard.
I don't
and
want to
build
be like
ramps
those
clerks.
guys.
Yeah.
It's a gateway to weird lives.
The weird lies.
Yep. That's where it is.
So yeah, small towns
Yeah, small
We
town.
always get
And roll
distracted.
joints in the
Build
park
character.
or whatever.
build character. I like my favorite thing to do. Like I just like it when the town is like last night in Twist. You could just walk through the town
Sure.
and like
Right.
I love that.
Also,
Anywhere where you have to say in town. is
In
my-
town,
the
yeah.
no light pollution was fantastic.
Right.
last
Dude,
night.
Yeah.
Like at the
That-
cabin.
Ooh, the
It's a lot easier to get in small towns. Even Sioux Falls, if you go out a little bit outside of town, you still get light pollution. Like a small town like Twisp,
There's
Not a
like
lot of light
800
pollution.
and
No light pollution.
something people that
825. according to,
825 people
uh,
that live there, and I'm related
Monica.
to probably half of them. So
Beautiful Twisp, Washington.
my graduating class was half the population at Twisp.
right, so it's mine. Yeah, that's funny.
That's so bug. I wonder what their.
Twisp High School is like.
That's always interesting too. Small town
Liberty
schools.
Bell.
When
Liberty
they go
Bell
K
High
through
School?
12, stuff like that, or if they're joint high schools where they're like Crooks and Colton and Renner. Those are the three. That's what makes up Tri Valley and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Crooks, Colton, and Renner. So K through 12.
K
I
through
think,
12.
yeah, I'm sure they do. Well, and that's what I was saying. They have to take buses like hella far because
That would
it's
suck.
like the surrounding other little towns kind of all go to one high school. I think they ended
Wouldn't
up
like
being
it.
like 2A still, but yeah.
Twisp did?
Yeah. Well, not Twisp, but
The joint.
yes, the collaboration.
The joint.
Nope, that's the wrong word.
I like how safe little towns are
Yeah.
too. Like Sioux Falls, there's bad stuff that can happen, but there's nowhere that I would be scared to walk around. Ever.
Yeah.
I could duct tape $100 bills to my whole body and walk around that city, and I
You know
feel
what?
just fine.
Let's do it.
Saving them up.
Yeah.
Go to Sioux Falls right now and do this. Let's try this shit out.
But
right
just
now.
like
leave-
to your naked body.
We're gonna leave a little
$100.
square foot on my chest you can poop on. rest is going to be $100 bills.
And then you give more bills to it after you poop on
Yeah,
it.
it's like those free hug signs.
I've
It
earned
just
all
says,
these
like,
bills.
you can shit on me for free.
Free.
That'd be cool.
Free poop.
Free
I don't know. As much as a man who likes hugs, I don't know how I feel about people that hold signs that say like free hugs and stuff like
It
that.
just
No, it
seems
always weirds me
creepy,
out.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm not
know,
really
like,
into that.
Anyway. What else about small towns I had?
About small towns?
No, I forgot. I think it's
Outdoorsy stuff.
it is. I don't know how. Like in my head, small towns, I don't feel like it's as constant like competition and like that kind of thing. Like everyone's kind of like, oh, well, we know your family and you're nice and let's all be supportive.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe it could be very easily gossipy. Like
Yeah, sure.
everyone knows everything type of stuff. But
What about Twisp? No chains. They had a law against chains, right? Chain restaurants and shit.
yeah.
I thought you
It's
meant
like
no
a
chains,
co-op.
on your car.
Yeah, I was
You-
like, they might need those.
No necklaces.
no,
no
yeah,
chain
yeah,
link.
no
no
franchises.
Taco Bells,
so
no
I-
Dairy
franchise.
Queens, no
It's-
McDonald's,
I forget. I
no
think
Wendy's.
Which would bum me out since I know how dope Taco Bell is.
Taco Bell's the
but
best.
also, it just helps the town.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
I've never
was-
heard of that actually ever happening.
I forget
I
where
haven't
else I
actually heard about
was.
that either.
Oh, Corvallis or something. Somewhere over there has
Corvallis,
that
Oregon?
same thing. Yes.
Corvallis.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. but yeah, they have the same thing where it has to be like a co-op, and I think Moscow, Idaho, or something.
Well, Moscow definitely has fast food. Been through that bunch.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
They actually had a Taco Bell there. So when I was in college, we would always drive to Moscow to the Taco Bell. It was like 20 minutes, but it was worth it.
Well, there you go.
We're
That's
going
not
on a
that
special
place.
trip.
That's what when we went to Boise, Shane and I, our friend Shane, they have Taco John's, which you can only get in the Midwest. And I made him drive like 20 minutes to go to this Taco John's, and it's fast food. But you know how like you say, oh, this is so good, we have to go here. You don't mean that. It's
Right.
just fucking fast food.
Yeah.
So we get there, and he's like, I don't like it. And I'm like, I didn't say it was going to change your life, dog. I'm just saying it's good,
Yeah,
Just take it
it's
for what
just
it is.
good. Just
Good
enjoy
fast food, yeah.
We almost got in a fight
Different.
that trip.
it. Over
Taco
that.
John's?
We just got in each other's nerves too
Oh.
much. But yeah, small towns are awesome.
Fun.
Dude, I don't. Yeah, because I like the outdoorsy stuff you can do too. Like just going to like a park in a small town. Like one time in Yakima, Washington, small town, qualifies as a small town. I did the shows there, and then they had a disc golf course, and Mitch Burr and I just walked around holding hands, disc golfing it up, and it was just a fun time. It was just a good time.
Yeah.
Walked his dogs. It's good.
Yeah, if you get
People are helpful.
traveling, doing stand up enough, sometimes in a bigger city, I'm less apt to go out and like venture around. I'll just be like,
yeah.
I don't want to
know.
deal. I don't want to. There's a lunatic outside the hotel. I just don't
Yeah.
want to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah, in a small town like this, I'd just went and walked around.
Let's go walk
We went to a
around.
Dairy Queen just to fucking
Just
go.
to go to
Just
Dairy
to
Queen.
go.
Yeah.
In Wells
What'd you get at
Fargo.
Dairy Queen, Mike? I got a
I
strawberry
got-
cheesecake.
I got a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard. Classic Coletta Blizzard time.
Classic Coletta.
Classic Coletta. I had something else to say about small towns, and I just... Oh, you know what actually it was? Is, surprisingly enough, the comedy
No, 'cause you
is
haven't told
usually better.
People in small towns are
'Cause
very
Yeah,
They
they
want
get
to
very
see
excited
something
that
like this.
something
Yeah.
Is there.
So,
yeah, maybe not last
I know that's because of Yakima, actually, when we did this bar called Jackson's in Yakima when I started comedy.
Gold Beach, Oregon.
Mhm.
Filled it up. That
Mount
room.
Angel, Oregon. Mount Angel, Oregon was for me one of those
Mount
ones. For
Angel.
that,
You really? You had a good time?
I had a good time in Mount Angel,
Well,
Oregon.
that is crazy.
Right? Did
Yeah.
have you done Mount Angel more? Have
Done
you,
Mount Angel a couple times. No, I had
was
a
it
good
at
time.
that beer house place where they have the boots?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
sometimes when you get a small town and you do the venue, like whatever the place is where you do shows, and there's a group, it's like always a group of like local 3 or 4 dudes who just can be huge assholes. Not all the time, but when they are, that's
Oh.
when I get really bummed. I'm like, damn it. They're just sitting right up front, like mad, that kind of stuff.
They're the cool guys in town.
Yeah.
They gotta say things.
And they're always tougher than me because everyone's tougher than me. Ever. Except for Mike. We might be
Except for
as
Mike.
little tough as each other.
Unless
I don't know if you've seen me really get down though, bro. You know
I
what
mean, I'm a second-degree black belt, though, dog.
dude, I can hug you
Whoa.
until you submit.
I never
Hug you
submit
till you
because I
love
don't
me,
want you to
is that
stop.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about this right now. I feel pretty happy with the tour, though. I thought like everyone has been super duper nice. We've stayed in some really rad places, and I'm super excited for Wenatchee too.
Mind you, this is our second day, but
Third day.
Third day. Sorry. Yes.
Bruh. Kickoff
Super
counts.
Ride.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go up and down.
Yeah.
It will, of course. But that's fun.
That
And
is
then you
fun
look
about
back,
like not
and then-
knowing is kind of the fun of it. I
Right.
feel like.
I'm kind of really excited to get to the other places like we haven't been. You know, like I've been here in Twist. Obviously, my family.
It's
lives
always
there, so-
interesting doing
but-
stand-up in other parts, way other parts of the country.
Yeah.
Like Florida and shit. Where
Yeah, I did
just
the
hear
South.
stuff.
I love it.
Yeah. Just completely different than
Yeah,
what we're used
I'm
to.
more nervous for the Midwest. I think.
I mean, the Midwest is South Dakota is the best state in the union. I think we can all agree on that. I'm glad we're done talking about that. Sioux Falls is the best city in the world.
Why'd you
so
leave?
Why did I leave?
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. I mean, there's nothing to do in stand-up.
So great. Nothing to do.
I
the
got
best
drunk
city to
almost
do
every
nothing
night.
in.
That's what you do, and I notice when I go back, it's cooler now because some of my friends are getting. All of my friends are getting older, so
Some of
people
them
go
are.
out less.
Some just
yeah,
staying
some of my
right
friends
there.
are weird
Don't
and they
age.
don't
Okay,
age.
well, yeah, we're gonna go to Sioux Falls.
Now that people go out less, we'll have barbecues and all my friends are getting real back into skating again. But for a while, you just get fucked up every night, and that's not. You kind of after a while you're like, I can't do that. That's terrible. I'm going to turn into one of those people that I don't want to be. That that I'll see at the bar
by themselves
just
playing
like,
pool
what do you-
tabs, hating everything.
No, not even by themselves, but just like every night.
Just there all
every
the
night,
time.
just getting hammered, kind of being a dick a little bit, spending all the money. It's like I don't, so that's why I left. I love it there, but
How often do you go back?
it's what's cool about stand-up. I get to go back every 6 months, every 4 months. I mean, whenever there's a
Dude.
club I can work, there are a couple clubs. I just go back.
I think the next time
That's
you go
cool.
back there, you're not going to know it, and I'm going to surprise you.
I've
shirtless
never got to
man
bring anybody
in the
there.
back.
I've never got to bring any of my friends
Aw.
from out here back home.
In that sweet comedy club / sports bar, Rookies.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. Okay, cool.
Let's do it. Let's go right now. All right. We'll see you guys. Have a
I'm
good
telling
day.
you, hop on I-80 or I-90. We'll be there in 22 hours. 24 hours because we're going to lose 2 hours on the way there.
Oh yeah.
18,
I haven't
whatever it
even.
is. 2
Dude,
hours later there.
Math.
I haven't even thought about that. About the fact that we're losing time. I wonder when the moment it happens is when we hit that line.
The international date line is the first one where it goes from Pacific into Mountain, right?
I think
Am I a
so.
dipshit?
No, I think you're right.
I think I am too, but I could
I
be
know
wrong.
you
And
are.
then the Missouri River is where it happens in the Midwest. It goes from Mountain to
Central.
Central.
And
I
then
don't know where it
Central to
happens in the
Eastern.
East.
I don't know.
Bet you we're gonna hit it though, because we're gonna go to Pensacola. So we're definitely gonna hit that.
We're gonna hit all of them.
I'm
But
definitely gonna hit that.
we're gonna get in all of those
Getting all
time
them
zones,
time
girl.
zones. Yeah, you ready for it,
Trying to
girl?
Get up in them time zones.
Give me some of that time zone.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Gross.
Anyways.
Hey, Sean.
Just how we talk to
9
people.
inches.
What's funny is the question I was about to ask you was, do you have any charities you like? I don't have a quiz, so we're not going to do a quiz.
Okay. That's
Unless we want to. I mean, I actually Googled how
No.
South Dakota are you, and nothing came up because I was
Well,
curious to
that's
see.
not gonna
Well,
be
you can
good.
pull up the wiki page. That's what I do for people's home states. I pull up the wiki page, but I've looked at South Dakota's quite a bit. State bird's a pheasant. State motto is
Is that what you do in your free time? You just look at the
They're the
wiki
Rushmore
pages?
state,
Oh,
I think.
that's
What
fun.
what is your home state, Mike?
Alaska.
What's your state motto? How about you do a fucking quiz? What's your state
The state motto?
Or like
It's
the
not a-
Sunshine State?
I think it's live free, die hard, but I could be wrong. No,
That's
I'm
not
just-
that much.
That's fucking
The
New
Great
Hampshire.
White North.
It's live free or die in New Hampshire.
It's live
What
free or
what
die.
state is it? The Bear State.
Alaska?
Yeah,
Alaska is.
it's where the Evergreen.
Well,
State.
Alaska's known as the last frontier.
Mm.
That's the state name.
They're like, we
And
don't
that's not
understand how to play this game.
That's their like.
We're the Great White North. That's
their,
not thing.
state goes by.
What's your state bird?
My state. Oh, the state bird is.
Golden Finch.
That's what Washington says?
Mm-hmm.
See, Monica's nailing this.
That's only because I have a joke about it.
What is the state bird? I want to say it's. No, it's not a ptarmigan, is it? This can't be.
I'm just glad you're taking the
You
heat off
just
the
look
charity
at-
question because I don't know any charities.
Oh, that's fine. What? Just look it up? Just cheat? Is what you're telling me to do? Because I am on the Alaska Wikipedia page right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why aren't you just?
Of course you are.
We get it. You don't know. Tell us the answer.
I'm looking. I know the flower is the forget-me-not. You know what the South Dakota flower is?
Oh.
I'm going to say, I don't. I'm going to say Shit, I
used
do
to know
though.
what the
I do know what it is because we've done this a whole bunch. It's not gonna happen. It's not coming to me.
I did my state project.
Dude, I was right. The Alaska state bird is the willow ptarmigan. I was right.
You're so excited.
Do you see me fist pumping right now?
I can see you smiling.
Dude,
Did you guys have state projects in like 5th grade?
I don't know what you mean.
Like everybody picked a state and you would do a little report and
yeah.
fair thing.
Yeah, we did that at some point.
Yeah. I did Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, I can't do Washington? Well, what's next there? Everybody else is like, I'm doing New York and Florida. And nope, just Oregon.
all right, you ready for the South Dakota facts, map, and state symbols? And I'm going to quiz you real quick, Sean.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this
This is
shit?
the worst kind of quiz we've ever done.
What are you talking about?
Why? What are
It's
the other
not
quizzes?
funny. He's actually got to know answers to this. It's usually like, who should be your Orange is the New Black girlfriend
dude,
or some
the
shit.
state motto
Clarissa
for
really
South
explain it all?
Dakota is extremely South Dakota.
It's not. Oh, I thought you were saying the state motto is extremely South Dakota.
No.
I'm like, you're on
South
the wrong
Dakota.
page,
The
dog.
Super
state
South
motto
Dakota.
for South Dakota is under God, the people rule.
Ooh, whoa.
Fucking- Yeah.
That's pretty hardcore.
Like you guys
It's
are
a
next.
very red state.
Do you know what your state nickname is, though?
The Rushmore State.
That's right.
Mount Rushmore's in it. See,
Dude.
that was hilarious, Monica.
Do you?
No, we did a fake quiz like that one time.
I like that.
And
a lot.
I asked, I
You
was
did
like,
hear-
what is my favorite movie? Like, just stuff that people can't answer.
You know what's really weird about this is that I didn't realize. I knew states had a state bird and a state flower. They also have a state mammal, a state fish, a state insect, a state fossil,
Yeah, they got everything.
a state mineral.
Damn.
What's our,
Oh,
is
I
our
knew
state
there was a
fish the
mineral.
walleye?
Yep, that's correct.
That's
Booyah.
That's inside
State
that.
fossils, the Triceratops.
Is our state
That's actually kind of a
insect the
cool state.
mosquito?
Yeah, it's a super fucking
No, your
cool
yeah,
fossil.
your state insect is the honeybee.
Oh, I knew that too.
Is that
Son of a
so?
biscuit.
If it's taken by one state, other states can't also have
Yeah,
that
no, you
one,
just
right?
have your one. But I
Okay.
think it's
So you guys got
it's like
honeybee.
something
I mean,
that's
that's
really
a pretty-
popular and indigenous to your state. I think it's
Right.
that for a reason. But our state bird is the pheasant. We have a minor league baseball team that's called the Sioux Falls Canaries. The most
Canaries.
cowardly name in the world. They switched it to the Sioux Falls Pheasants, which is oddly more cowardly than canaries. So they switched it back to the canaries.
All right.
Ridiculous.
There's not a different kind of bird that they could.
Oh, were you wondering where Bob Barker's from? South Dakota. January Jones, South Dakota. Tom Brokaw, South Dakota.
I heard January Jones is a bitch.
I don't say that word anymore, but she is, I've heard, not that nice.
I'm just kidding.
And she dogged South Dakota on late night, which I can't. I got no time for that.
You're gonna.
You
gotta take
get
pride
up
in
there.
your
You're
state.
gonna. Yeah. You're
I'm gonna wear a goddamn South Dakota shirt if I ever get on Conan.
There you go.
I will make them let me wear it.
Good.
Dude, I'm fascinated now
Let
by
me
these
win.
state mammals. The state marine mammal of Alaska is the bowhead whale, and the state fossil, woolly mammoth. That's a pretty badass state fossil, right?
Yeah, that is. What's Washington's? That's okay.
What's Washington's?
Yeah.
I will look that up right now. Monica, what do you think the Washington state mammal is going to be, though? While I look this up real quick.
State
It's gonna
mammal?
Take like 2 seconds.
While
yeah.
I look this up.
While I look this up, you're the worst.
Is it an orca mammal still?
An orca is a mammal. Actually, that might be it.
And for Washington,
Yeah.
Maybe. That'd be pretty dope.
I went whale watching last year.
Really?
So dope.
Yeah,
Is it fun?
hell yeah.
I've never gone before. I feel like I should.
I thought we weren't going to see any because I assume they're like, oh, I didn't see any today. But we saw 16.
Holy
It
shit.
was rad.
That's
Dude.
a lot.
A mother and a daughter.
Where did you
Super
go?
dope. Depot Bay, south coast of Oregon, like
Yeah.
south of Lincoln City.
Okay, where-
Is it so you'd say like you're pro whale watching? If someone's like you should go whale watching, you should be like yes, go do it. You
Mhm.
need to do this right now.
There was a dog that
just watching 'em.
could sense whales. So
What?
the lady's dog.
Can you
if
like
it was-
ride on their backs?
So the dog's on the boat and it would lean over, and she had like a little lasso.
The fact that you're like, yeah.
Just like
I
yep.
got way too into it
Just
for a
roll
second.
with it.
Yeah, just
Sorry.
right on their
Roll with it.
backs.
How would
You one of the
sense
ears
that?
would be down. So if the dog was like, if there was a whale, one of the dog's ears would be folded down, and she was right every time.
That's
So,
crazy.
Dude, that is nuts. You want to hear something worse about
magical
Washington right now?
dogs.
You want to hear something terrible about Washington?
Does it work?
They do not have a state mammal.
Oh no!
It is not
It
listed.
should be the orca. You're welcome.
Yeah, but you know what the state bird is, Monica?
it's goldfinch.
Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
what the state fish is?
Salmon.
Steelhead trout.
Damn.
And do you want to guess what the fossil is?
Do you want to guess what the fossil is?
Yeah, it's getting very picky right now.
It's getting very picky.
Yeah,
I don't.
it's the Columbian mammoth, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Oh.
It's like a for real thing, dude.
Colombian mammoth.
Yeah.
Probably smaller than the Alaska woolly mammoth.
Yeah, it's a little smaller, but you know, as far as the District of Columbia goes, District of Columbia, that's Washington D.C. As far as like Washington goes, I feel like any mammoth is cool though.
They
You
have
can't
house
just
parties here?
What?
Yeah.
Do they have house parties in Washington D.C.?
Dude, you know what? I just want
I
to.
know you don't
White
want me to
House
bring it up at all.
parties.
I just want to
what?
light the board on fire and never go podcast
All
again.
your friends go to the White House.
I have a charity actually. If you want, so that Meathead Movers thing does a pledge on their website where you can, if you work for a business or if you own a business, you can pledge a service like to people that suffer from domestic violence all over the
That's
country.
cool.
So yeah, so you can actually like let's say if you worked in Washington at like a car wash, you could see if your business would be cool to give free car washes to people, which that's kind of a cool thing to help out, just help people ease costs or whatever,
Car
or oil
wash.
changes
That's
or
a
whatever.
good-
If I opened up a car wash in Washington, it'd be called the Car Washington.
Washington.
A car Washington.
Okay.
Why am I laughing at that? We spent so much time in a car together, and I am so happy right now. I feel good about this, you guys.
Yeah.
But we have to end because I just got a text that our food is here, and
Oh,
I'm
shit.
really, really excited.
Yay.
So we got to go pick that up.
All right.
But you guys are great.
Awesome.
Don't ever change.
follow us on the internet so
Follow
you
us
can
on the
see
internet.
how the tour's going and if we, die.
Hashtag Blanket Fort Comedy Tour.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for doing this, Sean. We love you.
Yeah.
And we're going to have
You guys are
you
dope.
for real one time in a Hug Mansion, like a real non-travel show. Want to
Travel
have you
shows are
back.
dope.
But travel shows are dope.
It's fun. That's what we get to do.
I know. I love it. So you guys are great,
We
and we'll
have
be
had
at
a
a
lot of
house
fun.
party. So a house party, if you didn't
We're gonna
know,
go
is
have
where
a
you
house
go to a
party.
house and there's people there and they're
Kind of
having a
pockets.
party.
Throw down.
And you
And
throw it
you
down.
Shit your pants.
Show them a bell end. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.